Yeah. So with me is Siki Giunta. She's the Vice President of the Global Cloud Services at CSC. And today we have an event talking about cloud computing. But before we start with this, somewhere on your blog I found that CSC started the first cloud data center in 2010. And meanwhile you have about 15?
We have 13 and 15 in the next 2 months.
Yeah. First of all, can you explain to me what is the difference between a cloud data service and a regular data service?
First of all, a cloud data center has to have the energy, electricity consumptions that can support large clusters. So not all data centers have that. Second, has to accommodate private networking and the internet networking. And third, the way that we organize the clusters are organized in a new way, different than the old traditional way that you had storage and you had networking and you had computing. We use a star model so that they are very close to each other.
Okay, but from the outside it would look the same. The racks are the same.
Exactly the same, and same security, same look and feel. The only other thing is that because we grow faster, the space around a cloud environment has to be larger because there is a lot more burstability than a traditional data center or outsourcing.
So when you say you're growing that fast in the cloud business, what are your customers? Are there special companies? What kind of companies are using your services?
We have from the beginning had the aim to go for enterprise class customers because that's we deliver global enterprise class cloud solutions that are secure and easy to use. So we attract companies that have mission critical workloads. So things like SAP and Oracle systems, trading system, high performance computing system. The industry most common are manufacturing because of the transformation from CapEx to OpEx. A lot of financial services and healthcare, quite a bit of healthcare, and obviously internet companies and media companies and technology companies.
CSC has always been very strong in the public sector. And there's a debate just going on here in Germany whether we should control the cloud services much more than we've done before. But the public services are not really allowed, by now, they are not really allowed to use the cloud services. So what would you recommend to them?
I think we have a very strong business in North America with the USA public sector. I think what happened is that in 2010, Vivek Kundra, the CIO for the White House, wrote a really nice statement that it was called Guidelines to the Cloud, or the Cloud First. And that was the beginning of setting the guidelines and legislation of what can be done or not. And I think that that's the best way, is to start with the conversations of what can be done and what's the benefits and what's the return on investment for the government to implement cloud services.
Okay, but then there is a Patriot Act, and the German civil services are not allowed to put the data somewhere where the US government has access. So is there a solution for them?
Well, first of all, I think the Patriot Act is... Germany has the similar Patriot Act, so American company could say the same thing about the German government. I think it's oversimplified that the US government can come and say, CSC, give me the data. there is a lot more due diligence and process, and there has to be a subpoena, and the process is actually highly regulated.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's from US government to the German government first, and then the German government talks to the German company. I think that there are a lot of myths and a lot of beliefs on what it's happening.
Okay. Now, there's an interesting fact. You come from Italy, so you're European, and you're not, well, I guess you're not feeling as an American towards the Patriot Act. So what's your personal opinion to the way of controlling the cloud?
I am very supportive of any type of legislation in any country that help us fight terrorism, help us fight royalty infringement, and especially in pedophilia for websites. Now, we have to protect ourselves, and the internet, not just cloud, any type of internet, is a fertile ground for communications of criminal acts. So I think that, let's say by magic we can take the Patriot Act away, what we're doing, we're telling the criminals that there is no control, there is no analysis, there is every freedom that they have to use the internet and technology to carry on their criminal act. So I don't think we have to fight legislation that protects us.
Thank you for the interview.
You're more welcome. Let's see.